Hi everyone, this is a review of the 12 new Better Homes and Gardens Fall 2020 wax melts that have showed up at Walmart. I think all of the scents are already in and they're already on the Walmart website. I just took a little bit longer than I should have to post this review. So I'm just going to dive right in. If you've never seen my reviews before, I don't look at the scent notes until after I've done the review because I don't want my nose to be swayed by what I think it should smell like. So we're going to start with apple and oud. That oud is O-U-D. And nice bright red there. The notes are a perfect harvest blend, sparkling citron, and aromatic peppercorn that are wrapped in a sweet medley of apples, pears, and exotic oud wood. Ambiessence, which is made by Sensationals, which makes Walmart's Better Homes and Gardens wax melts, came out with an apple and oud scent in 2017, which was a dupe of Sensationals Applewood from 2017. And the notes for Applewood were oud, warm woods, and citrus resin infused with tart, juicy apple and citrus zest. Wet moss and tobacco add a soothing finish. I assumed this was the same scent, even the notes are very similar, but now I'm not so sure, and I don't have those other scents anymore to compare. I described Applewood as a warm, ambery men's cologne or body wash type scent with a sweet, earthy, woodsy tobacco note that I later described kind of smelled like old apples. This scent does have the warm, ambery men's cologne or body wash note, but it's not woodsy or earthy, maybe because it doesn't have the wet moss note. I think it has patchouli and eastern spices, which I don't think I detected in Applewood, and I do detect a smidgen of crisp apple, not that old apple note that was in Applewood. I remember that I thought Applewood smelled nice, but I actually like this scent more. I think this scent is fantastic. Another reason why I think this might not be the same scent is that the Applewood throw was very strong, like a 4 out of 5, and the throw on this scent is a medium, like a 3 out of 5. Would do well in a small to medium-sized room, but it is a very nice scent. Next is Birchwood Bonfire. Notes are white birch, oak wood, and aromatic cedar balanced with warm moss and amber wrapped oud nestled with spices, green herbs, sandalwood, and musk. This is a toasted campfire marshmallow scent with a slightly smoky hickory note, but not as intensely smoky as an ember or bacony mesquite type note. It's not nearly as sweet and marshmallowy as other campfire marshmallow type scents I've smelled, and it has a little bit of harshness. When melting, the combination of the sweetness and the hickory note gives it a little bit of a barbecue sauce vibe. It's a nice scent, but in general, campfire marshmallow type scents are generally not my favorites. This scent is very similar to other Better Homes and Gardens scents that have a toasted campfire marshmallow note, but I don't think it's the same as these other scents. We have Better Homes and Gardens Chilly Autumn Evening from fall of last year, which was much sweeter with cologne, vanilla, and sweet caramel tobacco notes. We also had Warm Fireside Flurries from winter of 2018, which was a straight-up campfire toasted marshmallow with no other notes. And then we had spiced vanilla embers from fall of 2018, which was sandalwood with smoky marshmallow, sweet tobacco, patchouli, vanilla, and a smidgen of a warm ambery perfumey note. And then we had Around the Campfire from 2017, which was a smoky, salty, sweet marshmallow scent with a smidgen of a cologne note, and I could smell the graham cracker. So I don't think this is the same as any of those scents, but there are some similarities because you do smell the marshmallow in all of them. The throw is very strong, 4 out of 5. Next we have Black Violet and Iris. Look at that pretty color. Notes are winter iris, and rich velvet pear wrapped in layers of sweet honeysuckle nectar, black violet, and black musk. This is a sweet, fruity scent of plum and blackberry with a sweet, warm, ambery, perfumey note and a bit of a floral with a smidgen of bitterness for authenticity, which is probably the iris. I love this scent. Looking at the notes, there's no plum, there's no blackberry, so I'm guessing that it's probably the pear, I guess, the mixture of the pear and the honeysuckle and the violet, I guess. Great scent, very sweet, and the throw is very strong, 4 out of 5. So if you like sweet, florally type scents like I do, this is definitely a winner. Cedarwood and Sage, like a really, really dark green color. Notes are wild moss and winter fern blended with green apple freshness upon heart and base notes of white cedarwood, woodland sage, and thyme. This is primarily a pine scent, but with strong notes of herbs like rosemary and sage. It's rich, a bit salty, very savory, and with a zestiness and a smidgen of a vinegary note, but not really in a bad way. It kind of smells like a salad. But because of the pine, it also has like a natural walk in the woods type note, or even a tiny bit of a campfire note, although it's really not smoky. I kind of like it, but it's not something I'd necessarily want my house to smell like unless I mix it with more pine or lemon or a smoky or like a more woodsy scent. Throw is bold, 5 out of 5, took over the entire house. Next is Fall Festival. It seems like this one is the hardest one for people to find. It's not showing up at Walmart's until a little bit later, so it's kind of finally starting to make its way into the stores. Notes are juniper, spruce, and cedarwood mixed with apple and black currant. Based on the name, I expected a pumpkin-y scent, but I'm glad this is not. On cold sniff, it smells like walking through the woods with different types of trees, including pine, cedar, and apple trees. And I know that apple trees don't grow in the woods, but it kind of smells a little bit like that. As well as super sweet flowers like tuberose or tobacco flower. I smell pine, which is subtle, cedarwood, and apple, all of which are more woodsy and not sweet, but then there's the addition of a super sweet fruit or flower. I like it better on cold sniff than melted, however, because it becomes a super sweet candy-like scent with an apple note, as well as a bland, waxy note and a smidgen of the cedar. Melted, it reminds me of Sensational Sugar High, but with the addition of that hint of wood and the waxy note. It's still a nice scent, though. Looking at the notes, they're spot on, although the black currant must be sugared or something because it's really sweet. And the throw is medium, like a 3 out of 5 would do well in a small to medium-sized room. Next we have frozen mint and bergamot. And the notes are frozen mint, bergamot, and fig with invigorating notes of lavender, geranium, and a comforting base of cedarwood and amber. This scent smells just like the scent name. I smell peppermint first with a strong nasal clearing effect, but I also smell like a hint of, let me write that in here, a hint of a fresh, clean men's body wash note, which is the bergamot. It's a great scent, but the throw was mild, like a 2.5 out of 5. Would do well in a very small to a small room, like maybe a bathroom, a small bathroom or a tiny bedroom. Next we have maple sugar drizzle. Notes are pumpkin puree spiced with cinnamon, clove, and nutmeg, whipped into a luscious blend of maple cream and cozy vanilla and sprinkled with sugar crystals. This smells like caramel flavored maple syrup with a little bit of a buttery note and a tiny bit of saltiness, but it's not a salted caramel scent. I think I do also detect a pancakey type note, and maybe a barely detectable smidgen of cinnamon. When melted, I don't detect the pancake note, and it's not quite as buttery, and the cinnamon is definitely noticeable, although it's not overly cinnamony. I like it more on cold sniff, but it's still a yummy scent when melted. I don't know if it's a dupe of any of the other many caramely type scents that Sensationals and Better Homes and Gardens have come out with through the years. Throw is very strong, 4 out of 5. Next we have orange cinnamon rolls. It's not an orange color. Notes are hazelnut, pumpkin puree, ground nutmeg, a squeeze of orange, and toasted cinnamon stirred into sweet cake batter. When I first smelled this, I'm like, okay, this is pumpkin pie. It smells like a pumpkin-y scent that I've smelled before. I just don't know which one. I definitely smell nutmeg and a hint of cinnamon and a bit of a bready note, but I do smell a bit of the orange as well and a hint of sweet vanilla. However, it seems like most people only smell orange and no pumpkin, so I was really excited to get the scent notes for this scent because everyone was saying, oh, this smells just like orange rolls. And I'm like, maybe something's wrong with my nose, but sure enough, those are the notes, the pumpkin and the nutmeg. And the throw, it's a nice scent. I was hoping for a little more cinnamon, but it is a nice scent. And the throw is bold, 5 out of 5. Took over the whole house. Pomegranate spiced cider. This is one that is easy to overlook because for some reason people are not really talking about it. But it's a great scent. Notes are ripe pomegranate seeds, mulled in rich winter wine with cinnamon sticks, clove buds, hints of chopped apple, and citrus slices. This smells like sweet apple cider, but not mulled cider, which has those slightly sour mulling spices. It's more like sweet apple juice with a hint of cinnamon, but there's something else way in the background, another fruit, which is obviously the pomegranate, that tempers the sweetness ever so slightly. Although if I didn't know the scent name, I would think it was just apple cider. It smells a lot like Better Homes and Gardens Farm Apple Pumpkin. Comparing them side by side, that scent is sweeter, and this scent has a bit of a fresh, crisp apple note. It's a great scent, and why is this blurry? Come on, stop. There we go. Great scent. I really, really like it. Throw is bold, 5 out of 5. So just for that reason, it's definitely a keeper. Next we have red berry and oak. And the notes are red berries and currant surrounded by black rose, patchouli, hints of bergamot, and heady tuberose, completed with oak moss, oud wood, and vetiver. This is a lovely sweet scent with notes of warm amber, a little sweet tobacco or patchouli, a floral like rose and or gardenia, and a little bit of fruit, maybe raspberry, but not strawberry or cherry. It's similar to Better Homes and Gardens Season of Joy from 2016 and 17, but it's not the same scent. Looking at the notes, I don't detect vetiver, which is kind of similar to lemongrass, or bergamot, which is usually in cologne scents, and this is not. This, I guess, would be, I would consider this kind of a perfumey scent. Maybe because the bergamot, I guess it would be, it's definitely a perfumey scent. It's a very nice scent though. Throw is strong, 3.5 out of 5. Next we have vanilla and peach. And notes are sweet ripe peach and hints of juicy mango swirl with deliciously rich and creamy vanilla. I'm not a fan of most peach scents because they often have a cat pee note, but this one smells like peach with a little bit of apple or some other fruit, and it has a creamy note in the background, so I like it. But when melted, it takes on a bit of a Windex or an ammonia note, which I guess would be cat pee. Cat pee has ammonia in it. So yeah, when it's melted, I do get that kind of like a window cleaner type of a note, and I detect the peach more and less of that other fruit, and I don't detect that creaminess anymore. So while I really like it on cold sniff, when melted, it's just kind of meh for me. But it smells great mixed with a vanilla or a caramel scent. That actually makes it smell really, really good. And the throw is very strong, 4 out of 5. And last we have White Pumpkin Sage. Notes are clove, sage, and pumpkin enriched with autumnal accents of juniper and eucalyptus, then wrapped in silky sandalwood and vanilla. This one smells like the scent name. It's pumpkin pie plus both eucalyptus and sage. The eucalyptus gives a bit of a nasal clearing effect and a tiny bit of a pine note. It sounds like a terrible combination, but it actually smells really good. Nobody else was able to smell the eucalyptus in this scent, and they thought it was crazy. Well, maybe I'm crazy, but not for that reason. Throw is very strong, 4 out of 5. So there you have it, the brand new Better Homes and Gardens Fall 2020 Wax Melt Scents at Walmart. If you want to read a text version of this review, just go to waxmeltreviews.com. And feel free to join our Facebook group where we discuss all different brands and scents of store-bought and retail wax melts, such as the Better Homes and Gardens, Sensationals, Yankee, Tuscany, Hannah's Candle, etc. You can find the link to our Facebook group underneath this video and on our website at waxmeltreviews.com. Have a good day.